Horror films are no longer just about gore and jump scares. With Samukji, director Lee Sang-min maps out a new emotional territory, where fear stems from the most familiar thing of all, reality. It all starts with a simple camera pan. A film crew is sent to a reservoir to update road view footage, a seemingly mundane, mechanical job. But in that monotony, Samukji, working title, opens a chilling portal, a mysterious presence lurking beneath the water, buried memories, and a silent terror emanating from the very surroundings meant to be safe. Officially beginning filming on May 10, Samukji not only marks a pivotal point in the careers of rising stars like Kim Hye Yoon, Jang Da Ah, and Yoon Jae Chan, but also promises to pioneer a new kind of horror in Korean cinema. Helmed by director Lee Sang-min, known for his experimental indie works, the film aims to redefine how fear is portrayed on screen. Kim Hye Yoon, from rom-com sweetheart to the soul of terror. Audiences have long associated Kim Hye Yoon with bubbly, vibrant roles in youth dramas like Extraordinary You and more recently Lovely Runner. But this time, she transforms into Soo-in, a character predicted to anchor the film's emotional and psychological tension. Soo-in is not just a camera operator. She's the first to sense that something's wrong, someone who crosses the boundary between routine and the supernatural. As director Lee Sang-min noted, Kim Hye Yoon has very unique eyes, they can express both innocence and deep emotion. With Soo-in, she doesn't just act scared. She transmits fear to the audience. Starring alongside her is Kim Jun Han, of Hospital Playlist fame, who plays her supervisor. Their dynamic is not just professional, it's a contrast between logic and intuition, between those who believe in the inexplicable and those who resist it. Supporting characters, building a collective tragedy. What sets Samukji apart is its ensemble cast. No one is merely supporting, each character brings their own trauma, their own shadows. Kim Young-sung and Oh Dong-min, portraying brothers running a road view production company, aren't just logistical facilitators. They represent two extremes, one stuck in the past, the other haunted by his time in the Sea Salvage and Rescue Unit, SSU. Have they been to the reservoir before? Do they know more than they're letting on? Yoon Jae Chan, a relative newcomer, plays Sung Bin, the youngest member of the team. He offers a fresh, naive perspective, contrasting sharply with Soo-in's haunted awareness, potentially a vital emotional axis of the film. Then there's Jang Da Ah, sister of IVE's Jang Won-young, making her feature film debut as Sejong, a horror-themed streamer. Her presence adds a fascinating layer, reflecting the modern hunger for fear as entertainment, a world where terror becomes content and morality becomes blurred. The setting, a silent, sinister character of its own. Samukji doesn't rely on ghosts or gore. Its horror lies in the familiar, a reservoir, a road, a mobile workspace. Director Lee Sang-min explains, "I didn't want audiences to be startled. I want them to be unsettled, because they've been to a place like this, parked next to a lake, or assumed nature meant safety. The reservoir, with its unfathomable depth, eerie stillness, and hidden mysteries, becomes a symbolic force. It doesn't just frame the story, it shapes it. It represents the repressed, the submerged, the truths we dare not face." The rise of psychological horror, a new Korean trend? Over the last 5 years, Korean cinema has seen a powerful shift toward psychological horror. Films like The Call, The Medium, Gonjiam, Haunted Asylum, and Exhuma didn't just scare viewers, they made them reflect on culture, history, and generational wounds. Samukji could very well join that lineage, not just a horror film, but a mirror. It raises the question, what do we fear most, ghosts, death, or the truth we've buried inside? A visionary director and the signature of a new generation. At the project's announcement, director Lee Sang-min shared, "Every moment feels exciting and like a dream, thanks to this amazing cast and crew. I'll give everything I've got to create a film that makes audiences feel it was worth watching in theaters. This isn't just a promise, it's a declaration. A challenge to the outdated notion that Korean horror relies solely on jump scares and shock value." With a young, emotionally capable cast, a carefully written script, and a visionary director, Samukji positions itself as a game changer. Not simply for telling a new story, but for redefining an old genre, What does horror mean in a digital, media-saturated age? Conclusion: true terror is what we thought we knew. While modern horror often tries to shock its audience into fear, Samukji does the opposite. It digs deep, into memory, silence, and familiarity. It uses a girl's gaze, the stillness of a lake, and the slow movement of a camera to awaken fears we've long forgotten. These are not the fears we scream at. They are the fears that stay with us long after the screen goes dark. With a haunting setting, a stellar ensemble, and a fresh take on psychological terror, the upcoming horror film Samukji may just redefine Korea's horror genre, and elevate its rising stars in the process. When it comes to horror, Korean cinema has long proven its ability to terrify with depth, think The Wailing, Exhuma, or The Medium. But with Samukji, a new title quietly beginning production, a more subtle yet equally disturbing storm is brewing. Officially starting filming on May 10th, this psychological horror project brings together an unexpected and exciting lineup: Kim Hye Yoon, Lee Jong Won, Kim Jun Han, Jang Da Ah, Yoon Jae Chan, and more. And it promises more than just chills. It offers a layered look into fear, memory, and modern alienation. Kim Hye Yoon, from Bright to Bleak. Known for her effervescent roles in romantic comedies and youth dramas, Kim Hye Yoon is now stepping into uncharted territory with the lead role of Soo-in, a field technician sent with a road-view production crew to update footage at a remote reservoir. There, she encounters something far more disturbing than technical glitches, a presence that lurks beneath the deceptively still waters. This casting choice alone hints at a radical shift. Kim Hye Yoon has always been praised for her nuanced emotional performances, and here she channels that talent into fear, not loud and chaotic, but quiet, creeping, and claustrophobic. Director Lee Sang-min reportedly chose her for her ability to convey dread with subtle expression, marking her as the psychological core of the film. Lee Jong Won, The Quiet Storm. Alongside her is Lee Jong Won, one of the most promising names in Korea's new generation of actors. Though details of his role remain under wraps, industry insiders hint at a character who may either guide or mislead Soo-in, suggesting a duality that perfectly fits the film's eerie atmosphere. Lee, known for his grounded performances and enigmatic presence, is expected to bring a slow-burning intensity that balances Kim Hye Yoon's more emotionally reactive character. Their dynamic could become one of the film's strongest assets, drawing viewers into a world where nothing is as it seems. A cast that embodies layers of fear. Adding gravitas to the project is Kim Jun Han, cast as Kyo-sik, Soo-in's superior. His character is likely to represent a rational, skeptical perspective, a man who sees the strange events but refuses to believe. That tension between denial and confrontation could fuel much of the film's suspense. Kim Young-sung and Do Dong-min play brothers who run the Roadview production company. But these aren't one-dimensional side characters. One is a jaded veteran stuck in place, the other, a former rescue diver with trauma buried deeper than the reservoir itself. Their presence suggests that Samukji won't just explore supernatural horror, but human scars that never healed. Then there's Jang Da Ah, making her film debut as Sejong, a horror-themed content creator whose obsession with documenting fear may bring her closer to danger than she expects. This role is a fascinating reflection of modern life, where even the most terrifying moments are filtered through cameras, live streams, and clicks. Yoon Jae Chan, another newcomer, plays the youngest crew member. His innocence and curiosity may serve as a counterweight to the rest of the hardened team, until curiosity turns into terror.